We've seen WWE wrestlers appear on Raw, SmackDown, and even Nickelodeon. It's a cool thing to see, and great for ratings, and no one knows more about that than the Demo God. The show Thundermans is a sitcom about a family with superpowers trying to live a normal life. In one episode, the character Max has a girlfriend named Allison. She wants Max to meet her parents, but Max is afraid that he might say something offensive to them. Max ends up bringing Phoebe, his twin sister, along with him so she can do all the talking. It turns out Allison's parents own an MMA gym, and her dad is Chris Jericho.
And then he tried a triangle choke, so I snapped his back in 3 places!
Jericho's character isn't that friendly to Max or his sister, and to make things worse, the siblings cause an accident and ruin the grand opening of Y2J's gym. Also, a cool detail is that Chris Jericho has the old World Heavyweight Championship sitting on a shelf. Anyways, Max eventually returns and tries to patch things up. Phoebe also tries to amend the situation and makes up for her mistake by getting in the cage. In the end, things work out, and Chris Jericho becomes cool with Max.
I suppose if we have to let you date somebody, it might as well be this tiny woodland creature. Even if he was completely wrong about my sweet, sweet mullet.
We weren't sure about mentioning this next wrestler, but we had to acknowledge him. In episode 9 of Cousins for Life, Stuart and his cousin Ivy get told by their neighbor that their pig, Arthur, has been getting into her dad's garden and eating the tomatoes. That doesn't seem like something their pet would do, so Stuart and Ivy don't believe it. Despite that, their neighbor's dad stops by to visit.
I'm here about the pig.
Reigns plays a character named Rodney, which was also Yokozuna's name in real life. Yokozuna was Roman's cousin, so maybe this is a tribute to him. Anyways, the kids start investigating and hope to prove Arthur's innocence. They discovered that it was actually Roman's dog that was eating the tomatoes. Additionally, the big dog's dog also dug a tunnel to visit Arthur, which is how the pig was able to get into the yard. Roman's character is still upset since Arthur is distracting his pet from training for the dog shows. In a last-ditch effort, the group brings Arthur to the dog show, but they aren't allowed in. Additionally, Roman Reigns' dog isn't motivated to compete. This causes Arthur to take action, and he runs onto the field to help the canine. With her friend by her side, the dog is able to get through the course, and Roman's pet gets her paw raised. The kids ask one more time if Arthur can stay, to which Reigns says,
How could I say no? He's not going anywhere. Arthur's here to stay. Isn't that right, Piggy Wiggy?
This next wrestler really rocks. If you smell what I'm cooking. In an episode of the show Romeo, the title character, Romeo, his sister Judy, and their nanny, Mrs. Rogers, compete in a contest. The winner gets to hang out with the Brahma Bull, The Rock.
Bring it.
Romeo, Judy, and Mrs. Rogers make it to the final competition, where they have to eat a bowl of mealworms. I feel like the boogeyman would be good at this one. Romeo and Judy can't bring themselves to eat the creatures, but Mrs. Rogers does it no problem and wins. In the end, however, all 3 of them get to meet the Great One, who wasn't quite as big as he is today. Either way, it's still cool to have The Rock in the show.
You live with these people every day?
Most of the time I'm on the road, but like I said, this is my family, and I love them.
I feel you. I smell what you're cooking.
Jumping ahead to 2021, the most must-see WWE star made an appearance on a different Nickelodeon show, Side Hustle. In the 25th episode of Season 1, Lex and Presley go over to their friend Munchie's house to study. They find out that Munchie shares a room with his older brother Jagged, and that Jagged has claimed most of the room. Additionally, Jagged is obsessed with martial arts, and specifically a man named Clint Kickwood, who looks like a certain WWE wrestler. Lex and Presley think it's ridiculous that Jagged gets so much room, and they help Munchie come up with a plan to change that. They end up stealing the cutout and holding it for ransom. The group accidentally shreds Kickwood, and Jagged becomes so upset that he refuses to talk to his brother. Munchie then decides to get someone who Jagged will listen to.
Kickwood!
The real Clint Kickwood, played by The Miz, comes in and helps the 2 brothers reconcile in his own unique way.
Did you play a therapist by day and assassin by night, and the doctor is in your base? No. I'll ask the questions.
It's revealed that Jagged promised Munchie, when Munchie was little, to never leave him, which is why they've always lived in the same room. The brothers hug it out, and everything is good. The episode ends with everyone having a sleepover, including The Miz.
By the way, I should warn you, kicking my sleep.
This is literally the biggest appearance by a WWE wrestler on a Nickelodeon show. Supa Ninjas is a series about 3 teenagers, Mike, Owen, and Amanda, who train as ninjas to fight evil. It's sort of like a combination of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. Anyways, one particular episode starts with Big Show in prison. The Giant plays a criminal named 2-Ton Harley who is so big he's able to break through walls. The Big Show uses this to escape, and the Supa ninjas go after him. Before they get a chance to fight the world's largest athlete, the police arrive and the teens leave the cops to deal with the Giant. Surprisingly, Big Show doesn't put up a fight and is arrested. It's later discovered that the WWE wrestler is being sent to a different prison where he'll reunite with his old biker gang. Big Show's plan works and he frees his friends and takes the prison hostage. The ninjas break in and figure out they have to fight fire with fire by bulking themselves up to Big Show's size. Their strategy works and they knock out the wrestler and put him behind bars once again. At least until season 2. Later on, the Supa ninjas bring on a new member of their team named Quentin, who becomes their tech guy. Through a misunderstanding, Quentin releases Big Show from prison. The Giant ends up going to a restaurant and stuffs his face. The teenage ninjas with attitude come to stop him, but the Big Show isn't going down without a fight. The 7-foot giant beats up the ninjas while continuing to enjoy his meal. The group finally gets the upper hand when they do a double team move, causing Big Show to land in a bowl of pudding. He is then electrocuted, and that puts the Giant out of commission for the rest of the show.
Are you okay?
WWE wrestlers have also made appearances over on the Disney Channel. To see that, watch the video on screen.